Hi there, thanks for joining us. My name is Jack Cunningham. I'm a product strategist here at Livefront, and we're going to continue with our series on 0 to 1 with mobile. My colleague Matt and I have been introducing you to 7 key lessons that we think every product team should know as they move forward launching their first mobile app. And today, I'm going to walk you through lesson number 4. In this session, I'm going to introduce you to this idea of when it comes to technical debt, you really need to be practicing frugality. It's inevitable that product folks at some point in their career will have their backs up against a wall with a looming deadline staring straight ahead. It's in moments like these that you'll be challenged with statements something like, "This is just the MVP, we can come back and clean it up later. This is a promise of value now that you're going to have to pay back and then some later." This notion of technical debt should sound like something familiar to you, that maybe of another industry, that of financial debt. We find it very important to think of technical debt and financial debt as one and of the same. It's a promise of value today that you'll have to pay back and then some into the future. There are times in which this can be beneficial, this promise of value today, that quick win, but it's really important to be clear-eyed about the promise that you are entering into and judicious about how you plan to manage that debt moving into the future. We try to limit these scenarios at all costs. Reason being, it can be very hard to predict the future. Tech debt can be very limiting and inhibit a number of things, and that's what I want to review today. The number of inhibiting factors that technical debt can bring into your project. There are 3 inhibiting factors that we'll review today. The first, your ability to respond, the fact that tech debt inhibits your flexibility, and how investable you are as a group. We'll take a look at the first one here, your ability to respond. After launching your new product, hopefully you're flooded with praise and delighted users. But more importantly, you should be hoping to receive constructive feedback. Notes about what isn't working as expected or the missing features your users were hoping to see. These are the high value efforts that you should be focused on. Though those who accepted technical debt prior to launch are going to be stifled. You're not going to be able to deliver those fixes and improvements your users are yearning for. Instead, you'll be forced to spend weeks, maybe even months, fixing those corners that you cut in pursuit of your 1.0 launch. The second hidden cost we'll review is the fact that technical debt can inhibit how flexible your team can be. Accrued debt has the potential to make your code base, well, frankly, messy. Now, you may say that your engineers are keenly aware of the intricacies that they introduce to your code base, and they can work around them. That's great. However, what happens when priorities shift in your organization, and you need to move some team members, maybe from your project to another to help out? Or maybe your star engineer finds another job opportunity elsewhere and takes all of his institutional knowledge with him as he pursues another career opportunity. Technical debt can make onboarding and offboarding engineers extremely difficult. You'll find it will take longer to get folks up to speed and even keep skilled engineers in parts of your organization from wanting to jump on over and help your team out in the future. The third item we'll review, the third inhibiting factor, is the fact that technical debt can limit how investable your team is. Struggling to attract top talent or deliver features that drive results will quickly be seen by those outside of your team. May it be the executive stakeholders that you're asking for budget from, or investors you're trying to attract to a follow-on round of funding. Technical debt may not be what they say they're seeing in your product, but it is an inhibiting factor that they are feeling. It's very difficult to sell or ask for large sums of money to fix things that don't provide immediate or tangible value to your users. Given these 3 hidden costs, our goal as product leaders should be to find a way to support our engineering and delivery teams with principles and practices that promote shared ownership and responsibility for technical debt. One way that we've done this at Livefront is by establishing our engineering and product tenets. Here you can see a list of some of those engineering tenets now. These are items that our team has decided we're not willing to forgo in the interest of hitting a deadline a little bit sooner. In fact, these are items that we highly prioritize at each and every step of the way. With each ticket our team completes, these are things that are top of mind. We'll take a look at just one so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Taking a look here at accessibility, at Livefront, we believe that equal access to digital products is essential. And we do this by prioritizing accessibility from the jump, to do both right by our users and ensure that we aren't accruing additional technical debt. Technical debt that we can maybe see here in this example with the Costco iOS app. If you're to launch the Costco app today, one key task you might want to complete is to manage your membership. As a user, I might select the More option here at the bottom nav and find a button in which I might be able to go and manage my membership. Here you'll see another membership button, which I can tap to manage and upgrade to that nice black card. Now, as someone who's fully sighted, this task is pretty straightforward. However, someone who might have a vision impairment would tackle this task quite differently. In fact, rather than being able to select this button here, they might rely on the native screen reader functionality, VoiceOver, with iOS. With VoiceOver on, a user would expect to be able to select the element on the screen and hear their phone announce something like this: membership button, select to manage your membership. But in reality, what does the app do? Well, the app does nothing. It leaves the user lost. Rectifying this issue for the Costco team may result in them having to commit to weeks or months to fix this issue, refactoring all the buttons on their screen. Having to address something so crucial as this could truly blow up your product roadmap. Even worse, this could result in a legal tiff, as seen with the Domino's team recently, risking not just your product's roadmap, but your team's financial stability as well. By establishing principles like ours, it will help you and your team ensure that you're only accepting technical debt when you're clear-eyed about the promise you're entering into and principled about how you plan to manage that debt moving forward. And that's lesson number 4. When it comes to technical debt, practice frugality. We'll move on to lesson number 5 in our next video, so be sure to come back and check that out. Thank you.